Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Kobold Chats. My name is Kendrick or Kendo, whichever you prefer, and it is Friday once more. The end of our week, the middle of our day. Maybe you're at home hanging out, maybe you're at lunch eating, or maybe you are still at work and decided to pop this on. Don't worry, I'm not going to narc on you. I'm just happy that you're here talking about one of my favorite things in the world, Kobold Press. So, I hope you're all doing good this week. It's a busy holiday season. Busy. Maybe we're just here to be distracting. Well, you know what? I appreciate that as well, Brian. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad you're here because we're going to be taking a look at something today that's what's the word I'm looking for? Deeply instilled, deeply ingrained within the Northlands. If you all remember, not even that long ago, we finished the Kickstarter for the Northlands and Northland Sagas, which will be bringing you not necessarily like updated, but like a brought forward version of the Northlands, adding more information to this space, more history, and giving you the tools to be able to journey your way through a land of epic adventure full of giants, Viking nonsense, and just so much really, really juicy fantasy goodness. And so we released a new adventure set within the world of the Northlands, which is The Raven's Call, a third level adventure. And we'll be getting to that. But we got other stuff we got to talk about. Hey, what's up, Kendo? It's Michael from PAX. Oh, hey, Michael. How's it going? So glad to see you here. Thank you so much for being here. I think I have a thing I need to respond to you. My ADHD keeps blipping to it, but I remember this thing, and I do need to get back to you. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Before we get to Raven's Call, we got some other stuff we got to talk about because it's been an oh so very, very busy time, as it always is. So, Jiro, what are we talking about today? Well, first up, we got to talk about our next Kickstarter. That's right. We're taking a little bit of a look back to talk about Northlands. But before we talk about Northlands, we got to talk about what's coming in your future. And if you were here for the Kobold Scarecase back in October, you would have already seen and maybe heard a little bit about this new project, this new book, or pair of books, should I say. And that is Night Hunters, a gothic horror supplement and adventure path. No, it's not an adventure path. I think it's just a book of adventures. That's on me. I shouldn't have called it an adventure path because I don't necessarily think it is. However, it is full of the good juicy horror that I love. Only TOV? Hey, I'm so happy to hear it. Guess what? Because this is specifically for Tales of the Valiant. Unlike what we did for Northlands, rather than a D&D 2024 and a Tales of the Valiant book, this is strictly a Tales of the Valiant book, which, of course, is compatible with D&D 5th edition if you wanted to play that. But hey, I think Tales of the Valiant should do you just fine. And I'm a huge fan of horror. If you know me, I like to get down and dirty and bloody with it. I love vampires, werewolves, undead, ghosts. Undead are my favorite creature type in D&D, but also just kind of in general. I love being able to really dive deep into just like gruesome, horrific themes and also descriptions, making things moody and dark. So this is one just for me, I think. I'm peeking a bit. Thank you so much. I can turn myself down. I might have just turned myself way higher than I usually am. But hopefully this should still put me at a good level. Let me know if this, yikes, I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have just hit my mic for you. But let me know, if that sounds better. Your headphones might be dying. Oh, well, I'm so sorry to hear that. I hope they stop dying, soon for you. So, but yes, hey, guess what? You can go get Night Hunters, or you can go get saved and get ready to be notified That sounds better, but Paulo disagrees. No, that's bad. Okay, all right. We're all good. I think we got there. But you can go sign up to get notified for you. You play my excitement. Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really excited because I love horror so much, and this is going to be really good. Curse of Strahd was one of my favorite. I think it's the only like official like campaign module that I've written, or not written, Jesus Christ, that I've played and like run as a GM. And it was very effective on me, and like the way that my GMing style kind of came up, and like the way that I like players engaging with stories. And so having Night Hunters, which is going to be a book about being able to pull out those similar kind of vibes, that kind of gothic aesthetic and tone, but also those themes, and how to entrench your players and those characters into that world, and try to really delve into what do these dark worlds, dark circumstances, and grim stakes, how does that change a character, and how does it oftentimes corrupt them, or how do they often find redemption through them? It's so juicy. I'm super excited. Plus, it's going to have some brand new mechanics for Tales of the Valiant that I can't get into yet. That's what scouting party's for. So I hope you all are excited for that. So go get notified for Night Hunters, because it's coming in about a month or so. So go do that. Here's a variety of pen names exclusive to this YouTube video. Kendo, yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I wrote Curse of Strahd. I got too excited. Yeah, I just love it so much. All right, next up, we got to talk about the adventure calendar, because if you didn't know, all throughout December, all the way until December 25th, we will be releasing new deals for you to be able to take advantage of every single day in December, all the way through December 31st. So guess what? Today's December 12th. So that means we have everything from 3rd through the 12th. So what did that give us? Boom, that gave us free. Oh, I was hoping it was going to pop up exactly what I was going to say, but it's a cool little monster, which is cute also, but wasn't what I was looking for. We'll just start at the very bottom. Okay, all right, and then from there, we'll get our thing. Hold on, I'm just going to make this a little smaller, just so it's easier to read on the screen. I didn't account for the the walls on either side. All right, so the first thing that we got was free shipping on all orders over $50, which is like mostly just like a hardcover most of the time. So super easy to get free shipping, and you can also, get yourself a gift, get a gift for someone else. You forgot all about the advent calendar. You go see, this is why I bring it back. This is why I have to bring it up every time. You know what? I'm going to make it even easier for you, and I'm going to put the link in the chat, and that way you can just head right on over there. You can stay here and listen, and you get to see the calendar. So look at that. You get free shipping on all orders over $50. Guess what? You also get 30% off of Tome of Beast 2, which is such a sick book. And then you get the free PDF companion, Tome Unbound, which gives you new abilities, traits, and all this. I think also new spells and magic items as well from monsters in Tome of Beast 2. It's just, if you're going to get Tome of Beast 2, you might as well get Tome Unbound. And if you're getting Tome Unbound, maybe you want to look at Tome of Beast 2. And we also got the adventure Grimmelkind, the 3rd to 5th level adventure that takes place in the Southlands, where, if I'm remembering correctly, you're trying to find the body of you're trying to find the body of a friend of the princess, the Knoll princess, who is like hiring you to go find what happened to her friend and try to get it before it gets eaten by a cannibal cult. Lots of cool things going on in the Southlands. Next up, you get 25% off of all of our map tiles. Map tiles are the thing that I think I've spent the most money on, and like just my history playing TTRPGs. When I first got into D&D 4th edition, I used to get the big boxes with like the wet and dry erase tiles, and that was like customizable. You can turn them around and move them, and it's like I spent the most amount of money on that. And guess what? These are basically the exact same thing that I spent certainly hundreds of dollars on, but guess what? You don't have to, because they're far cheaper than that, and they're also 25% off until the end of December. So I don't know. Seems like a good deal that maybe you don't want to miss out on. And then next, you also can get 20% off of the Tales of the Valiant Monster Vault if you don't already have it. The Monster Vault, let's just say you're just still playing your D&D 5e, D&D 2014 game, right? But you're getting a little bored with the way those monsters play, because they can get a little boring sometimes. Sometimes they just feel like a bag of hit points that you're just throwing at your players, hoping that they don't, survive, or hoping that they do survive, just not too quickly. The Tales of the Valiant Monster Vault brings all of the monsters from the SRD, but updates them to the Tales of the Valiant quality that we've come to love so much, that Kobold Press quality, which reimagines a lot of the lore, the physical descriptions, and the abilities of a lot of these monsters, making them, in my personal opinion, way more enjoyable to play as a game master, and offers more challenges and more variety and ways of being able to play those monsters that I think players also enjoy. 20% off. Couldn't hurt to help. Over on Endworld, I see a lot of D&D players say they prefer Kobold Press bestiaries to the D&D ones. It's because they're good. We're really good at making monsters. If we're good at anything, it's making a good monster book. Tales of the Valiant Monster Vault. Hop on it. And then there's also a 40% off of all VTT options of Deep Magic Volume 1, which, similar to my feelings about the monsters, being a spellcaster sometimes gets boring because they're all the same spells. It's a limited number of spells, and Deep Magic Volume 1 adds over 600 new spells. It's just 600 new spells. It's good, as well as a new subclass. Both Deep Magic Volumes 1 and 2 have new classes. And I believe in the Deep Magic Volume 1, it's the Theurge, which is like the mixture between like divine and arcane magic, which is so good. Kobold Press, we're really good at making monsters. Honestly, that is a good t-shirt. If you aren't playing, Santa can no longer love you and only bring you coal. Yeah, you're right. You're right. And then, as of today, you can get the Isekai PDF over on the Kobold Press store for free until the end of December. If you like, I happen to be a fan of some isekai. If you don't know what isekai is a type of portal fantasy, right? We're talking about moving from one world to the other, and usually in the case of someone being summoned or someone dying and finding themselves in the other world through some magical means or because the gods intervened, and getting to live basically a new life in this new world, sometimes with the goal of getting back, sometimes with just the acceptance of I'm in a new world. And it can be a lot of fun, especially for D&D games, because who hasn't thought about, oh, what if me and my friends got transported into our D&D world and we're just like what would it be like to play us in our world that we've made? Hey, that's what isekai is. And this PDF tells you how to do it. It breaks down the different genres of isekai. It also gives you new monsters and spells to kind of fit into that world, and a little bit of guidance on how to have that conversation and figure out, okay, how do we end up in this world? Why is this interesting to us? And what is it we want to get from it? And you can get that bad boy for free over on the Kobold Press store. AKA the Labyrinth, but involuntary. Yeah, no, the Labyrinth in a lot of ways can't, like, you can easily do an isekai game with the Labyrinth of, like, you're living on your world, and then all of a sudden, boom, you find yourself in a portal, someone summons you, or you die, and you find yourself in Or oh gosh, I just had the thought of if your world ends up getting overtaken by the void, right, and you somehow survive and you find yourself into the labyrinth, and then your eyes open up to this huge multiverse and all these things that are going on. That's an isekai right there. That's an isekai. But and so many of our games end up kind of leaning into that genre without really knowing, and I think that's just kind of cool. And if you want to know how to do it intentionally, isekai, go get it. It's free. All right, that's everything about the adventure calendar. Glad we got through that. Next up is just a very quick thing. Very quick thing. Hey, did you know we have merch? Yeah, we've got merch. You can find it over on our Dashery, which is Kobold Press kobold-press.dashery.com. Don't worry about typing it out. I've got you. I'm going to put it in the chat. Isekai campaign would be such a good excuse to let the little metagamers go ham. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Especially if it's like, oh, it's a video game and they jump in. It's beautiful. I love it. I think it's fun. Back to the merch. Our merch is 27% off from now until we've got 19 days. I think that's the end of the month. So, hey, you can go get that. And we've got art prints. I don't know if we've been very vocal about this, but I'll let you know right now. Our merch page has art prints. You can get some of our art from like the gorgeous covers, right? Of the Creature Codex, Game Master's Guide, Labyrinth, More Prepared, Old Margrave. Like these gorgeous covers. Boom. Yes, I'm also talking about the D&D. Yes, no, hey, hold on a second. Brian, do you think I don't know about the D&D cartoon? I have it on DVD. I know about the D&D cartoon. I've watched it. Do you think I'm a baby? Do you think I was born yesterday? Come on. Have a bit more faith. I have it. I've got it on DVD. I've watched it. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm younger compared to you. All right. Whatever. Over on our Dashery, you can get our art prints. It's so cool. And then you can get all this cute little stuff with RiverBank on it. Oh, it's gorgeous. And then there's just like a lot of fun prints and stuff. You want to get your favorite Kobold Press fan a gift for the holidays? Well, you can get them something for 27% off, and it's gonna look and feel fantastic. I really want to get one of these, like a couple of these art prints. Actually, I would love to just. Oh yeah, because I've got like all this blank space on my wall, and I could just. Which ones would I get? If I got 4 of them, All right, chat, help me pick. Help me pick. If I had to get 4 of these, which ones do I get? I'm thinking Creature Codex is really good. I really like Creature Codex. I really like Old Margrave. Should I get 4? Maybe I just get 2. The special edition covered t-shirts are so metal. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Like, ooh. The Lich poster? Yeah. Yeah. It's just gorgeous. Okay, it's not too big. Yeah, so it's like a nice like print size. Can I get a different size? Look at that. You can order in different sizes. Oh, and it shows that, look, Dashery, you're so cool. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the larger it is, the more it is. So if I got like if I got 2 small ones, I think I would get the Creature Codex. And I think Old Margrave for me. Vault of Magic, I think that's a good one. Ebentide, also gorgeous. Yeah, I guess if I got 4, I would do Creature Codex, Old Margrave, Book of Ebentide, and I think Labyrinth World Book. Dragon. I mean, yeah, Game Master Guide cover, gorgeous. Look at that Void Dragon. Big Book of Mimics. Has to be 30/20 so it's bigger than your Chuck Norris poster. Oh, the Mimic Moon as a poster would be really good, actually. Would be really good. Hey, guys, if you want posters, you have 19 days to get 27% off. That's all I'm saying. I think it's pretty good. And also these pillows. Like, look. And this tapestry is gorgeous, actually. Oh, man, having this just hanging here. I don't hate that. I don't hate that at all, actually. Just like a... Huh. Something to think about. Just something to think about. All right. I could also... Oh... There's a Swobold shirt. Yes, there is a Swobold shirt. I'm pretty sure. Let's go back down. Oh, wait. I might have missed it, actually. Up there it is. Swobold. Do you even lift, bro? Absolutely, there's a Swobold shirt. Having 4 panels that make up the T... Oh, like... Ooh, that's good. Makes you want to wear a waistcoat and argue about scones. I have a mighty need. Hey, it's 27% off. Go get it right now. It's so good. And the Black Flag shirt's also good. Like this Black Flag shirt, gorgeous. Love it. I don't think I've seen this one. Oh, the Empire of Ghouls shirt is good. Hold on. That's so good. Come on, like that's such a metal shirt. Like that's so good. I also like this Roll Initiative shirt. Oh man. Oh, I kind of want them. I kind of want them bad. Okay. I gotta stop looking at these. I said that was gonna be really quick, and then it super wasn't. RiverBank just feels like natural. Yeah, it feels cozy and comfy, like you're made to have to lie down on it. Just is what it is. Okay, everybody, you know what time it is. We have to talk about the blog before we get to Raven's Call. Because why? Because I love the blog, but also I think you all are really gonna like this one. Like you should like everyone, because we've got 2 new subclasses for you that are exclusive to this blog. Now, Player's Guide 2 is going to be here soon. It's going to be in stores in February. It's going to be big. All right? So we've got so many new options for you. But before then, just to hold things over, we've got some new subclasses for you. This one's for the Rogue and also the Sorcerer, right? Yes. Okay. Yes. So these are for Tales of the Valiant, right? The first Rogue subclass is the Delver. I haven't looked at these yet, so I'm very interested in what the vibes are going to be like for this. In Midgard, the shirt eats you. So the new subclass is the Delver. Delvers have honed their skills specifically for exploration and looting of remote, dangerous locales. Ancient ruins, forgotten temples, deep cave systems, and especially dungeons are the purview of the Delver. They are prepared for the hazards, traps, and strange creatures found in such locales, making them a valuable member of any band exploring such areas. So at 3rd level, you're going to get Curse Versed, Hardy, and Warded. At 7th level, you're going to get Abomination Slayer, Dynamic Explorer, and Master. At 7th level, you're getting Abomination Slayer. At 11th level, Dynamic Explorer. And at 15th level, Master Delver. How often does Kendo just exchange his paycheck directly for merch? I don't want to answer that question. I guess they could just walk out and work with new loot every day. Man, oh, God. I'd be dripped out. All right, so let's talk about Cursed first. Curse Versed. Hard to say. A little bit hard to say, I guess. Let me take a little sip of water here. Okay. You can determine if an item, curse versed, a third level Delver feature. You can determine if an item, object, or area is cursed with a successful investigation or wisdom perception check. Passive perception does not apply here. The DC of the check is determined by the GM, but typically a DC 15 can be applied for most curses. Oh, that's okay. Well, that's great. Immediately, that solves most issues of like, oh man, we're in this dungeon. Oh, cool. We found this super awesome sword. It's got a skull and spikes on it, but it's totally cool, right? You can finally have someone to be able to just super easily look at it and go, yeah, no, that's cursed. You don't want that one. You don't want that one. Also, you are hardy at third level. You are resistant to poison damage and have advantage on saves against spells and effects that cause poison damage or the poisoned condition. Nice and hardy. You traps will not get you. Traps won't get you, at least as long as you know. Oh, it's also okay. So, oh man, it didn't really click for me that you're getting 3 things at third level. So the first thing you're getting is being able to tell if things are cursed. Your second thing is that you're resistant to poison damage and have advantage on saves and spells against being poisoned and also taking poison damage. And also, you are warded, meaning you have collected abjurations, blessings, and small warding charms to better protect you against the fell magics lurking in the places you delve. You have advantage on saves against spells or effects that would curse you. And if you attune to a cursed item, you can attempt to slip free of the curse, making a successful int save. On success, you immediately break attunement with the item. Oh, that's so cool. What about person or dice? Does it work on dice? It said objects. Determine if an item, object, or area is cursed. You can't tell if people are cursed. But I guess if someone is like using an item that is cursed, then, you know, you could probably tell a little bit. But I really like this ability of being able to like, okay, you know, oops, I wasn't able to tell that this thing was cursed or someone tried to curse me. Having a chance to like kind of slip out of it because you've collected just all these things to help ward you, which is like a certain kind of archetype that I really like for a rogue, of like the person who's just like, I've gotten everything. I've got my holy salts, right? I've got my garlic on me. I've got my written notes out to this specific god. Like I've just collected a bunch of stuff so that hopefully nothing can touch me. But if you're playing this kind of character, it really, really is specific about, oh, well, there's got to be a lot of curses going on, which means that you have to have a conversation with your game master of like, hey, I think this would be really cool. Can we have curses be like a big thing that we're like dealing with and have that be a part of the narrative, which then gives your game master the tool to be like, oh, this is a thing that my player is interested in. And also this is another thing that I can put into like, I can use this for hooks for adventures. I can use this as like certain quirks or like motivations for NPCs. Like having curses be a huge part of your world gives you a very specific kind of world and a kind of story that you're starting to tell together that I think is very intentional in a way, because you are trying to play with the choices that your characters have given you. And I like how this subclass kind of leans in towards have that conversation with your game master. You are interested in curses being a part of what's going on in the world, so let that be a part of the world, which I think is sick. Oh yes. Maybe the PDFs get out for Player's Guide to get out before the end of the year, but we'll see. Yeah, no. I really like this. Can we tell if our dice are cursed? Yes, you can tell if your dice are cursed. So also at 7th level, as a Delver, you get Master Delver. Your delving knowledge. Oh wait, hold on. Did this get? I think these got switched. These did get switched. Okay, I'll have to tell Jeff that. So for here, Dynamic Explorer, Master Delver is actually the... Wait, hold on. Something got switched here, and I don't know which one it is. So this says Master Delver is the 7th level. Dynamic Explorer is the 11th, and Abomination Slayer is the 15th. Abomination Slayer. Okay, let's read it in this order. I'll just have to ping. Let me ping Jeff about that right now. Jeff wanted. Cool. That way it can get fixed sooner rather than later. All right. So on 7th level, you get Master Delver. Your delving knowledge and expertise grant you the following features. You have advantage on saves against effects and spells. Against spells and effects that inflict the charmed or frightened conditions. When applying sneak attack damage to an aberration, monstrosity, ooze, or undead, you can re-roll any number of the dice, but you must take the new result. Oh my goodness. And you can use your sneak attack feature when using improvised weapons like acid or alchemist, like when using improvised weapons, acid or alchemist fire. That's fascinating. I love that. Being able to use your like alchemist fire against like these strange monstrosities is that's so cool. That's really dope, actually. Now I'm trying to figure out, is that actually the 7th level one? That feels like it could be. Oh, that's dope. Okay, at 11th level, you get Dynamic Explorer. You are an expert at making your way through areas many would find inaccessible. You gain the following abilities. When you squeeze through a space, you spend 1 extra foot for every 2 feet you move. Creatures attacking you while you are squeezing do not have advantage. Ooh, okay, so you can squeeze through a space. It's going to be a lot slower, but you also creatures don't have advantage attacking you as well. So you can get through those spaces. It's going to be slow, but you can do it. You also get to add your proficiency bonus to the number of minutes that you can hold your breath, because you're real good at delving underneath those waters. Your speed is not reduced by difficult terrain caused by non-magical effects, and you gain a climbing speed and swimming speed equal to your walking speed. So that's you're really good. You're really good at exploring. Either you need to get into those like small cracks and crevices. You need to dive deep into some murky lake to get some key or something. You know, you gotta get up some kind of slick or rocky cliff face. It's just, you're really good at exploring, which I think I really like a very nice mobile rogue. This rogue almost feels like it's like right on the like teetering edge of being almost like a dungeon ranger kind of vibe, which I really like. And then finally, we have Abomination Slayer at 15th level. Your knowledge of the strange, foul creatures that infest your usual delving areas allow you to quickly kill them. You can use your sneak attack feature against an aberration, monstrosity, ooze, or undead with either a melee or ranged weapon without having advantage on the attack roll or having another enemy of the target within 5 feet of it. You still must not have disadvantage on your attack roll. Okay, I think this was supposed to be, I think Dynamic Explorer is in the right place, but then Master Delver and Abomination kind of got flipped around. All of this is really cool. I love this Abomination slaying, like, curse warded rogue. Who's just like going into ancient temples and things. It's pretty dope. All right, and next up we have the Fey Sorcerer. The origin of your magic springs from the otherworldly power of the Fey, either through lineage, boon, or in exchange for service. Fey have great power over the minds and perception of mortals, as well as the natural world, and your magic reflects this. For your Fey origin. At 3rd level, you get your spells, right? You get your Fey origin spells, but you also get Fey influences and Fey potency. Your origin spells at 3rd level are Charm and Misty Step. At 5th, it's Conjure Animals and Major Image. At 7th, it's Hallucinatory Terrain, Conjure Woodland Beings. And at 9th, it's Modify Memory, Seeming. And at 11th, Irresistible Dance and Transport via Plants. Some pretty classic Fae vibes there, I think. Next up, we have you get Fae influences. You can now speak, read, and write Sylvan. In addition, when you roll a Deception, Insight, Intimidation, or Persuasion check, treat any d20 roll less than your Sorcerer level as if you rolled a number equal to your Sorcerer level, which means that you can't, like, a roll of 1 is still a roll of 3, regardless of anything, which is so interesting, I think. Just like your natural Fae thing, just like you can't nat 1. Bare minimum, you can't nat 1. And that's, I think, such a, like, should tell you something about the power of that. You also get Fey Potency, which means while a creature is charmed by one of your spells, you gain a bonus equal to your proficiency bonus on saves against spells or effects that would give you the blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, or stunned conditions. So while you're charming someone, you become more effective, right? And harder to have all these things. Oh man, I guess you're like feeding off of this other person and like using their energy to kind of ward yourself a little bit from anything that would ward your screw with your own mind. And then at 7th level, you get Cloud the Mind. You can make defiance against your magic costly. When a creature succeeds on a save against one of your enchantment school spells, you can spend 1 sorcery point to give the creature the poisoned condition for a number of rounds equal to the circle of the spell you cast. At the end of each of its turns, the creature can make a new save against your spell save DC, ending this poisoned condition on a success. Oh, you can poison people with your magic? That's kind of sick. That's kind of sick. Like, oh, yeah, sorry, you didn't get my friend's cantrip that I used on you didn't work. Guess what? Boom, now you're poisoned, which is worse. Oh my god, that's fascinating. At the end of each of its turns, the creature can make a spell save DC. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. Okay, Elusive Step. At 11th level, when you take damage, you can spend 2 sorcery points to cast Misty Step as a reaction. When you arrive at your destination space, the mist clings to you, making the space you occupy lightly obscured until the end of your next turn. You're just becoming more and more like the Fae, which is so juicy. The power of your magic, and this is Mantle of the Fae, your 15th level feature. The power of your magic ties you more deeply to the Fey realms, and you are immune to the charmed and frightened conditions. If a creature succeeds on a save against an enchantment or an illusion school spell that you cast, you can spend 6 sorcery points to make it fail its save instead. This creature cannot override a creature's legendary resistance, though it can make sure such a creature fails its initial save. Oh. 6 sorcery points. Whew. Man, that's that's a lot. That's a lot. You can just make it fail. Like that's, I mean, I guess that's a good, at 15th level, like I think someone with the power of the Fae to just be able to like, no, you fall for this illusion or enchantment. It makes sense. This is a bad person. I want to be clear. The way that the Fae magic begins to flow through you, and just is like, yeah, no, you can't be charmed or frightened, and you can force people to be charmed, frightened, fall for an illusion, whatever it is. It's like that kind of like, that's deeply, deeply worrying. And if that person was on my party, I wouldn't trust anything that they said. I think it would be very hard for me to trust them. God, but that's so cool. That's so cool. That's two exclusive. What's it called? My brain, it immediately pooped out. Two exclusive subclasses brought to you by the Kobold Press blog. Love the Kobold Press blog. Every single weekday, you're getting something cool, something new, and sometimes it's just brand new things. It's just brand new things. So good. All right, well, that is the blog. And last but not least, we've got to talk about the Raven's Call, the new adventure set in the Northlands. But before we do that, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to take a quick break because I have to use the bathroom and I want to get a little water. So use this as a chance to do a little bio break for yourself. Get up, stretch, get some water, whatever it is that you need to do, and we'll be back. So stay with me, and I'll see you then. All right, everybody. Welcome back. I hope you all were able to get up, stretch, get something to drink. Because we've got to talk the Raven's Call. Now, if you all don't know, let's just head on over here real quick, and I can get you this link. The Raven's Call adventure is actually an updated. Well, Kendo's gone. Makeup. Upcoming titles of KP books. That's so funny. What was I saying? Oh, yes. Well, I'm back now, so we can talk about Raven's Call. So, if you don't know that, Raven's Call, the new updated for D&D, excuse me. This adventure is an updated version of an older adventure, also set in the Northlands of Midgard, that was originally for D&D 5e, D&D 2014. We've now updated it for D&D 2025. And with wonderful people like Brian himself and Dan Dillon working on the updates and bringing that new Kobold Press modern flair to this pretty classic little open-ended mini sandbox of an adventure. You were too late. If you had gotten in early, you would have been all good to go. So I'm just going to read the brief little, well, I'm not going to read the brief little thing here because we're actually about to read the book itself. Because guess what? I've got the PDF. Bam! Already got it. So we can go through it together. Now, I'm not going to go through this whole adventure, obviously. We're just going to go through the opening parts. It's set up so that you can get a good vibe of it and decide for yourself if this is the kind of thing you want to be running. So without further ado, let's admire this gorgeous cover, this beautiful art, this stunning image. The fox looking towards this warrior, looking towards this orc, goblin, green person on a wolf, another warrior, leading even further to a burning pillar of smoke far off in the distance. And there are ravens, or another kind of bird. I assume ravens because the name of the adventure, flying overhead. This is the Raven's Call. So, hey, look, it's the page that tells you what everybody who works here did on it, which includes editing conversions by Dan Dillon and Brian Suskind. Thank you all so much. Brian can be the barbarian. I'll be the bard. Yeah, we're all going to just play this adventure right now. So, obviously, we've got to start at the adventure background. That's going to tell us exactly what's going on and why we're here. Oh, I went a little too far. There we go. The border regions of the Northlands have always drawn those who find satisfaction in carving a home from the rugged wilderness. Great fortitude and drive are required to thrive in primordial forests, along the banks of the glacier-fed rivers, or on the coast of the many sea-salt battlefjords. Settlements have risen and fallen in these lands. Sometimes the only difference between endurance and vanishing in the mists of time is a lucky break in the weather or a good run of fishing. One such region is Ghostwood Vale, located in western Trollheim, where the Tear-Stain River empties into the Olmunfjord. I'm sorry. I can't read that word. and feeds the ocean of the Sueve. The Vale is a land of craggy hills set between the Sablethorn Forest and the rough coastline. Long ago, a warlord named Voldater united the scattered communities of the Vale into a single kingdom, but this didn't last beyond his death. Today, the towns and settlements of the Vale are small but proud. They are loosely organized under their local jarl. Almost 8 years ago, Velditer's descendants, Jarl Asvalder, led the great raid south, taking his chieftains and most of the warriors residing in the Ghostwood Vale with him. They sailed out, expecting to return home soon, with their ships laden with plunder and hearts full of glory after a mighty battle. Not a single ship has returned. There is no word of their fate, and in their absence, evil has befallen Ghostwood Vale. Since the departure of the Jarl and the bulk of his warriors, the steadings of the Ghostwood Vale have suffered repeated attacks by a band of bandits and thieves called the Mossback Raiders. The Mossbacks are a compilation of smaller groups organized by two charismatic and powerful women, Wormwood and Frostfire. This unlikely leadership pair has transformed scattered bands of bandits into a force to be feared. Frostfire, a kobold sorcerer, doesn't usually venture far from the ruined keep where she serves as the Mossback's main hideout. The trollkin shaman Wormwood, on the other hand, has long wandered the woods seeking great wisdom and greater power. She's not much for fighting. She has warriors for that, but she's nasty in a fight, and her help means that the Mossback Raiders usually make good decisions about when and where to go raiding. When they attack villages, the raiders sometimes merely make off with treasures and captives. Other times they occupy a defeated settlement until they consume all the ale and food. The worst are the attacks where they simply raze the buildings to the ground. Every settlement in the Vale wonders when the next attack will come, and if they will survive it. This is one such story. 3 days ago, raiders fell upon the small village of Nargenstal at the urging of Wormwood. The shaman learned of a powerful relic hidden in the area, see the Javelin of Thor, and talked the ogre warlord, Kolkel, into leading the attack. The village warriors tried to mount a defense, but were quickly slaughtered. However, now Kolkel has taken over the Frost Maiden Inn and won't let Wormwood search the building for the relic. The raiders have remained in the village, occupying the buildings and forcing the captive inhabitants to serve them. All the prisoners know it is only a matter of time until the raiders kill them too. The stakes are high. The stakes are high, gang. The Javelin of Thor? Can't let them have that. Oh, wait, is that what she's holding? Is that what she's holding? Is that the Javelin of Thor? Did they already find it? Who's to say? Who's to say? All right. I like the setup. Normally, I'm the forever GM. But in one game where I'm going to play, my GM is running a TOV Northlands adventure this week. Ooh, love that for you. Okay, the adventure summary. A reaving band of trollkins, kobolds, and their ogre leader have taken over the seaside steading of Nargenstal, slain its chief and most of the men of fighting age, and have burnt out the great hall and smithy, both of which will smolder for days to come. The fire did not spread because the nearest roofs were all too damp to catch fire, thanks to the recent wet weather, but it might easily have burnt down the whole town. The goal of the adventure is to take back Nargenstal from the Trollkin raiders and their master, driving them off or slaying a majority while not destroying what is left of this village. The women and children of the village are prisoners, and many of the men are dead or enslaved. Driving off the kobolds and trollkin is difficult, as they are well armed and skilled in warfare and raiding, but they are largely nocturnal. The rhythm of the adventure is meant to cover 2 days of game time, with the PCs having advantage until sunset of the first day, then the Trollkin taking the initiative during the night hours, and the PCs having better options at night. I like this. I like this. The kind of I like the day night cycle of like, okay, do stuff during the day, try to be maybe a bit more defensive and clever at night, so on and so forth. I like that. And the adventure structure. This adventure moves through several main locations, or several main sections. Smoke in the distance and an early encounter with raiders, the discovery of the village of Nargenstal, and some scouting of what has befallen the villagers, a counterattack by Trollkin by night, an optional dark visitor to the town, and a confrontation with the Ogre Lord Kolkel. These sections may move at different speeds depending on what actions the PCs take and how cleverly they move and countermove against the Mossback Raiders. The Reavers themselves are a band of over 30 kobolds, 6 trollkin, including a powerful shaman, and 1 ogre chieftain, the red-armored horror named Kolkel. Defeating them requires more than a ready spell and a strong sword arm. The players must use some ingenuity and try something a little bit original. The bandits and raiders. It's often a staple of fantasy stories. Orcs raid the towns, bandits steal everything, villagers are slaughtered or starve at the hands of rapacious overlord. But oddly, this story rarely gets told in the tabletop RPG world. That ends right now. The Raven's Call is explicitly about an innocent village that the heroes must save. This means a couple of things for gameplay for running the adventure. First and foremost, the Mossback Raiders are numerous and they have hostages. Make this clear in your early village descriptions. Show a hostage, have the Reavers threaten them. Second, it means that if the hero succeeds, they have a whole village of people who are profoundly grateful. If that's not worthy of a hero's time, then I don't know what is. Most of all, the bad guys are more interested in thralls, food, and plundering than in fighting. If the PCs are getting hammered, but the raiders have lost a few, have their morale break just when it looks like a TPK. The Reavers may shout something like, "Alert the others! Get them back here!" to salve their pride, but it's a tidy way out of killing an overconfident group of adventurers. Okay, I like that little out there. Oh my gosh, okay. So you've got 12 adventure options. Half the fun of a sandbox adventure like this one is seeing what strange characters take the stage and make an impression on the party. The PCs might notice any of these dozen options as they approach the distant smoke. Find a pair of oxen grazing in a field. They might be used to lower the drawbridge in town. Meet the gray-bearded fisherman Vestar, who lost his boat during the attack. The troll can cut the rope to previous humans from fleeing by water. He's trying to get it back. Befriend Oter, the swineherd. Befriend Oter, the swineherder, and help him find a missing sow for his sounder herd of pigs. Oh, thank you. They were scattered during the attack, and Oter himself had to hide for hours while raiders chased his pigs, slaughtering the boar and several young pigs for their food. See a whale swimming off the coast, spouting and splashing. A small boat seems to be floating out there as well, adrift. Swimming out in the rough waters is quite dangerous, but perhaps it could be done with 3 successful DC 12 strength checks. See going swimming in this adventure for fatigue effects. I love a nice little Viking. I have to go swim out across this lake. Very Beowulf. Find Vestar's pale blue fishing boat washed up on the shore and drifting back out on the tide. Catching it requires a good use of rope or a bit of chilly swimming. Meet a friendly crow, raven, or other totem animal of the party's barbarian, shaman, druid, or ranger. Find the corpse of a villager killed by a trollkin patrol. The body is of a young woman and has obviously been looted of any ribbons, cloak, jewelry, and shoes. A newly made cairn of a kobold warrior slain in the initial assault, built under a tall oak and planted with a sapling. Digging out the body yields a single old spear and fine boots, size for a young human girl. Man, looting the grave of this poor woman. Find a cave where 3 women, Sigrid, Annalyn, and Tyera, and 2 of their young children and 6 of their sheep have taken shelter. They have a single dagger and 2 small wood axes between them and are cold and hungry. They want food and help against the trollkin. See, talking to the villagers. Here are the voices of merfolk wave singers, as merfolk, but with happy luring song feature. Make DC 11 wisdom saving throws to resist the creature's alluring song. Meet Needletop, a vile gnomish cultist who is scouting the area. He's not at all related to the raiders, but might want to join forces with the bad guys. Get this cultist out of here. And then run into a random monster in the woods, such as a lantern dragonette, see Tome of Beast 1, or a group of sprites. I love just these kind of random encounters to help really, to really spice up this kind of open world adventure. Big fan. All right, and then there's the using this adventure. Hey, guess what? This is just going to tell you how to read this book and how to be able to understand what's going on here. Let's see, how far are we going to read into this? Smoke on the horizon. So this is trying to get them all the way to the place. This is retaking the village. And it's kind of open world, so you can kind of do whatever you want. And there's just information on like scouts. So if they choose to scout the area, if they choose to sneak in, if they go swimming, information to give them. So yeah, this is okay. So this is really mostly like a lot of all the things Kendo is reading sound so familiar. Yeah, almost like you worked on it recently. Okay, so yeah, this is really just like an open world kind of vibe. This PDF is going to give you the setup, the situation, and like all of the options of like, okay, your goal is to retake this village from these bandits. Here's everything you need to know about the village. Here's some information about what it means to scout the area. Here's what it's going to be to try to sneak in. Here's what it's like going to be trying to swim through the moat in the river. And here's information that you're going to get from talking to the villagers. And then guess what? Big monsters. Giant crab. Some information about the trollkin. After the first trollkin is slain, the shaman Wormwood demands a blood price of 100 gold pieces for such a death to be forgiven. She shouts this out to the woods or at the party if they show themselves in the village. If you don't pay, it infuriates them, and any trollkin within hearing the PC's refusal has advantage on their next attack against them. If the characters hear Wormwood's demand for a blood price, but just avoid the issue, Wormwood sends her spirit familiar, Bristol, to visit the party at night and demands the money. Oh, that's so good. The DM can just have Bristol find the party without delving into the mechanics of how this is accomplished. It's more interesting if they find them. Or they can reference the rules about tracking. I think, personally, it's more interesting if they just find them. I want the story to happen. But I love this. Counterattack. This is what happens if they raid the town and go back. And then, yeah, all the sick monsters and stuff. Oh, this is so sick. I love this. This is the barn. All the things. Like a nice little open-ended adventure, too. Really like this. Hey, gang. You want to know what? You can go to get this over on the Kobold Press store. It is also it's $7.99, less than a meal at your favorite fast food restaurant. $7.99, and you can have an adventure that'll last you all a couple of hours, maybe a couple of sessions, depending on how you all play it out. I think it would just be really sick, and I kind of want to. I kind of want to try it out. I kind of want to play it. I would love to play this, actually. I think it'd be a lot of fun. I'll have to see. All right, everybody. Thank you. Oh, hey, yeah, look at that. We didn't even go that far over. I vibe with that. Get on over here. Thank you all so much for being here for another Kobold Chats. It's always a great time, again, to hang out with you all, talk about, again, one of my favorite things in the world, Kobold Press. And I hope you all enjoyed learning a little bit about Raven's Call. I think I think it'll be a fun adventure for any of you, especially if you are playing a game in the Northland setting. There we go. They also gossip a lot. What's going on in here? What are you talking about? Oh, okay, I see. That's funny. All right. What was I saying? Yes. So go get the Raven's Call, but also don't forget, please go sign up to get notified for, you know it, Night Hunters, because the Kickstarter is coming pretty dang soon, and I don't think you're gonna want to miss it because it's pretty cool. Love gothic horror. Love big monsters. I love dread worlds and worlds that are corrupted and made to like kind of reflect the inner problems of whatever master of those realms are, and then forcing the players to have to deal with that. It's one of my favorite things. Love Curse of Strahd. So super excited for Night Hunters and its companion book, Night Terrors. So go do that. Go get your free PDFs and go get your deals over on the Kobold Press store. Thanks to the Adventure Calendar. Go get yourself an art print for 27% off over on our Dashery store. And don't forget to go out, be bold, be brave, be valiant. And I'll see you next week. Peace out, y'all.